What up dudes? Wanted to film this video about the first time I ever ate a weed edible. Then I wanted to compare it to like how I felt then to how I feel doing edibles now. I ate my first edible like a year and a half ago. I didn't want to do any kind of drugs. I wasn't interested in any kind of drugs growing up. I held off of alcohol until I was 18, and then when I became 18 I was like, alright, I waited long enough, I'm just gonna try it. Regretfully I got into like a drinking culture for a couple of years, and then I finally quit that. And then a few months later I was in Florida with my ex-girlfriend at the time and my friend Sabrina, and we were at Sabrina's place. I didn't know this, but her mum had a lot of edibles, like she ate a lot of edibles, and I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. I was like, okay, this is the first time I've been around edibles. No one ever offered me drugs ever, really, growing up. I was like, hey Sabrina's mum, can I have an edible? And she just came out with this tiny little, like, square chocolate cube that was from, like, I think it was from Cuba. It was just in a freezer, and I was like, alright. She said just eat the whole thing, so I did. And then I just carried on my day, like normal. I was just on my laptop, watching some Dan and Phil, and then just like tears started leaking out of my face, and I'm like, I turn over to see like the two girls that were like babysitting me through this whole thing. I was the only one that ate the edible, by the way. They didn't have anything, so they were just babysitting me to see what would happen, I guess. Yeah, man, I just started leaking. I was like, my eyes are leaking, I don't know why. I couldn't like control my face. They were just laughing at me like they thought it was really funny. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything about weed. All I know is you could smoke it. I didn't even realize you could eat it too. After that, I think my body was doing some weird stuff, like bits would become really warm, bits would become like kind of numb. I didn't understand what was going on, like it didn't make any sense. All the YouTube videos I was watching got a lot funnier, but I don't remember any of the videos. Like I don't remember what I watched, but they just became funnier. Like I was just doing my normal stuff, and then things just got weird. So like this is my first ever drug experience ever, like, well, besides alcohol. I didn't know what was going on. I was just messing around. At some point I was like, can we get Taco Bell? I hear that stoners love Taco Bell. So like I wanted to try it. So yeah, we got some Taco Bell. I think I ate like one thing. I bought a bunch of stuff, but I only ate one of them. I don't really remember getting any kind of munchies when I was high. I just remember like laughing a lot, lying on the ground a lot. Things didn't make much sense. I could still speak kind of good. Thinking back, the edible probably wasn't even that strong. It was probably like 150 milligrams. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't really do much. I just spent it all indoors, having fun. I didn't realize back then how good doing edibles was in nature. Like, I don't know what it does. I think it changes your vibration, so you connect with nature better. But I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm just some dude that eats edibles. So that was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago maybe. It was a while ago. It was like 2014. It's probably like September 2014. Anyway, I ate that first edible before I filmed the Why Don't You Just Leave video. And then during Why Don't You Just Leave, I don't think I did any edibles. I'm not sure, but I didn't really get into edibles. I just wanted to try it, and that was kind of like my gateway into like understanding drugs. Because when I did it, I was like, oh, drugs aren't bad. Like, first of all, I can remember that whole night pretty much. I can't remember it now, but I can remember it the whole night. I didn't black out. It was nothing like alcohol. Like, alcohol was the only thing I was comparing it to. And I was like, why have I been drinking alcohol when I remember stuff on edibles? Like, I still have fun on edibles. Like, I don't need drink. So like, quite early on I made that connection. Okay, so now, how does it differ now? Now I eat edibles quite often. It's just part of my diet. I usually eat them. I don't eat them to get high. I don't do weed to get high. I eat weed to think differently. So the first few hours of a weed trip for me, I get some really interesting thoughts, like interesting ideas. Things start to make sense. I look at things differently. I think that's normal for everyone. I do it for that. And then the rest of the edible experience, I like to be out in nature. I like to be out in nature for the whole thing, because it just makes me love everything, like really appreciate the stuff that I'm around. Like, I'm playing with a rock this whole video, and I love rocks. I love the way they feel. I love the way they can crumble if you just push on it hard enough, and like, rocks are so cool. And like, if I throw it, it'll make a noise. Like, I wouldn't be hiking up places like this if I didn't get into drugs, I don't think. I'd be in a gutter somewhere. So thanks to my curiosity of that one little edible. Oh yeah, edibles were the only drug I wanted to do. I didn't want to do any other drug. I just didn't see any other drug as good. Like, they all looked bad to me because I didn't know anything about them. Edibles were the only drugs that I was ever interested in. I was like, they seem harmless enough. I'm just so lucky that I started with that, because if I started with something heavier like cocaine, or like if I started with psychedelics, I don't think I'd appreciate anything as much. I don't think I would have understood. Luckily, I scaled. I went from edibles to like MDMA to psychedelics, and I'm glad that I did it in that way. I'm just really lucky that the first time I even thought of asking for an edible, there was one there. So, man. Everything happens for a reason. There was a reason that friggin' edible was sitting in that freezer for me. Okay, so now when I do edibles, I can control my body a lot better. I don't leak from the face anymore. I usually go for like 100 milligram dose, but I've been doing like 40 or 50 milligrams, and that gets me to the same level I wanted to get to. If I'm with Drew, sometimes I'll do higher. I'll do like 200 to like 600. But that's just because me and Drew like to mess around, and we just come up with some really funny conversations and do some funny stuff. But yeah, I don't eat edibles now to get high. I just eat them for like the mindset, the beginning bit, because that's so important to me. It's so important to think differently, because when you're sober, you just get the same sober thoughts every day. The only way you can change it is by consuming something that will change the way you think, and positively, not negatively. Like alcohol changes it negatively. I'll get into the reason why I don't smoke it in another video. This video I just wanted to be my first ever little story. It's not the best story, it's my first ever like kind of trip report or whatever you want to, drug report. Yeah, when I do it now, I can control my body better, I can function normally. Everything I do when I'm high is enjoyable. So if I'm doing something really boring, I really enjoy it. Like I can get through the day a lot easier. I remember the first time I did it, I don't remember it like, I don't remember having any body pain, so I don't know if it did anything, but now when I do it, I usually have some sort of aches because I'm pretty active now. I hike a lot and do other stuff, so like my body usually aches in different parts. When I eat an edible, like yesterday and the day before I ate edibles, my body feels great even the days after. Like it feels great. I feel like I've just been doing yoga or something. I feel awesome. So now it's like a pain reliever. I don't do any pharmaceuticals anymore. No pharmaceutical painkillers. I don't think I ever used to do painkillers. This is my painkiller. Like weed is amazing for that. That's definitely the biggest reason why it's illegal in most places in the world, because pharmaceuticals will lose loads of money if people realize, oh hey, this plant that grows is better than this pill made in a lab. Also now when I get high, I like to do it with friends and like groups of people. When I do it, I can analyze them a lot better. I can read their facial expression, their body language. I can read it all really fast. I also think, oh my rock. I also think that might have something to do with just the fact that I've done psychedelics. My mind is different now. I can just read people easier. But I think it has a lot to do with weed too. I'm definitely happier. I don't know if you can notice, but the past 2 years I've become really chill. I'd like to think so. I've been getting a lot of comments about it, but there's a frog. Before weed came into my life, I was addicted to caffeine and alcohol. And even that combination is really, really bad for you. I was jacked up on caffeine every single day, making all those View and I videos where I'm just like hyper and going nuts. Yeah, that was all due to caffeine. And I came off caffeine last September, so over a year ago now, and then I basically replaced it with edibles. If I felt like crap, like I would on caffeine, I mean, when I didn't have any caffeine, I can just do that in an edible now and have an amazing day, and I don't crash from edibles. Like caffeine, you crash unless you keep getting, you know, hits of caffeine. So again, I'll make a video on caffeine another time and try to keep this one, trying to focus. Like there's just so many videos I want to make now that I'm open about drugs. Now that I can talk about drugs, I have so many things I want to say, so I'm just trying to focus on this one video. Why is it so difficult? Why? Edibles help me talk more. I love socializing when I'm high on edibles. Don't know what's in it that does that. Oh, you lose all anxiety. That's another thing. Like, people get high to lose their anxiety. You definitely lose it. It just disappears. So you can talk to anyone about anything. I love socializing with strangers. Like, I say hi to everyone. But when I'm saying hi, I'm saying I am high. I'm telling them I'm high instead of hello. But I just say hi. When you're high, you can notice people that are high. That's something I notice now. Like, it's just so easy to tell. Oh yeah, so back to when the first time I did edibles. My eyeballs, I don't remember them being super bloodshot or like red or squinted, but now when I get high, my eyes show it. Like, you can go back through my past like 100 videos probably and tell which ones I'm high in, because it's just so obvious. Like, my eyes go and then I'm like here's something. My profile picture on my main channel, View and I, it's that picture of me like it's like a really goofy picture. It's like super zoomed in. It's like I was really high when I took that picture, and I thought it was so funny that I just made it my profile picture on everything, and nobody can tell that I'm high in it. I don't know how nobody can tell. That frog wants me to go play with him. I love animals, I love bugs. Again, that's all thanks to drugs, psychedelics, weed. When I'm high, I don't get scared of things anymore. That's another reason why I do it. What else can I say to wrap this video up? Okay, so my battery died and I got a bit cold, so now it's plugged in. Let's finish this video. getting way too distracted. I wanted to film this while I was actually on an edible, but I've run out and every time I've been high the past couple of days since I've had this video idea, I just get too high to film. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully it made some sense. First time I did edibles was in Florida, about a year and a half ago. There you go. That's all I needed to say. I didn't get much out of it. Well, I mean, I did. I got really high, but it was my first ever time getting high, so I didn't really know how to enjoy it or experience it properly. Now, when I get high, I've had plenty of practice. I know how to do it. I know how to enjoy it. I know my thoughts just flow better now. Hope you enjoyed this little drug story, whatever this was. I'm going to be making lots more drug videos. Any drug you want me to talk about, ask away in the comments. If I've actually done the drug, I will talk about it. If I haven't done the drug, I won't be able to talk about it. So, if you're wondering where I am, this is Yosemite Valley, California. I just got here like a couple hours ago, so this is like my first little hike. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have a better location, better sunlight, but it's not too bad. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, because if you don't give it a thumbs up, I don't get any views. So there you go, that's the honest truth. If you like the video, please like it. Just press the little button. It's free. Just press it. And if you're new here for whatever reason, subscribe. I'm going to be making a lot of psychedelic related videos and edible related videos. And I adventure a lot. If you want to see that kind of stuff, it's on my second channel. If you want to see the vlog of how I got here, it's on my second channel already. Peace the frick out, guys. See you in the... Oh yeah, I had that thing. Peace the frick out. I haven't done that in a while.